Okay, we're looking at 5.2.5. So first thing I did is I wanted to get an x to the sixth, which is this. And because I wanted that to be 1, I was hoping the whole thing would collapse down to 1. But I couldn't do it. And so first thing I did is I took out something that I thought would be close to 6. And so 5 to the 4th is going to be 625. And so 624 is divisible by 6. So when you put that inside of that parentheses, because there's a multiplication sign there, you get x to the 6th to the 104 times 1 here. That's 625 total. So this collapsed down to be 1, and when we do that, we got to make the assumption that x is not equivalent to 0 mod p. Because if you look on page 87, it says corollary 5.16, if p is any prime, and it's supposed to say a is not equivalent to 0 mod p, then a to the p minus 1 is equivalent to 1. Okay, so there we go. So we can't have this right here. So initially, let's just look to see if that's a solution anyway. And when we do that, we get x to the 5 to the 7777 plus x plus 5 is equivalent to 0. And we plug zeros in here, and this solution doesn't work anyway, so we're not even interested in any of these at all. Okay, we've already done the 0. We've already found out it's not a solution, so we're not interested in it. Now, this ends up being 1, and so we're just left with this x left. Now, notice we went from 7777 to 7773, so we've taken 4 off of it. So I know that for sure I can take 4 off, 4 off, 4 off every time, right? So that's basically saying I want 7777 mod 4, right? Because we can subtract 4 from it and just continue. So if we do that, we find 777 mod 4, and that's going to be 1. So I go ahead and put a 1 there, and then we get x to the 5th to the first power, which is just x to the 5th, and we go ahead and plug it back into the equation, which is x to the 5th plus x plus 5 is equivalent to 0 mod 7, and then we go ahead and try everything. So the 1 ends up working, so I put that down, and none of the rest work if you try it. What I did is I just used Wolfram Alpha, and I just made the equation x to the 5th plus x plus 5 is equivalent to 0. Oh, no, I didn't. What am I talking about? Divided by 7, all this divided by 7, and then I said x is 1. And then I said x is 2, x is 3. And then I found if it's you get a natural number value or an integer value, then you know that that's a solution, because that mod 7 should end up being an integer value. For example, if you have the 1s in here, you end up with a 1 there, a 1 there, 5 here. You end up with 0 mod 7, because 1 plus 1 plus 5, 7 divides that. Okay, so that's kind of the faster route. We could also do it manually, but we don't want to develop a headache before we do the next problem, so do it like that. And you know how to do it if it's in a test environment. You just try longer. So yeah.